How's it going? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Shooting Cars podcast. I'm doing another solo episode. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to talk a little bit more COVID-19 updates. I know, you're probably really annoyed with them at that point, but there is something happening on the channel that I just wanted to talk about before you guys see it, because I'm not worried, kind of worried. I'm probably going to get a lot of questions on it, or maybe I won't get any questions on it. I don't know. Here's the thing. As of tonight, which the night I'm filming this, I am going to review. I have 6 cars scheduled. I don't know if I'll do them all because things come up. I'm filming car reviews tomorrow. Now, the reason I'm making this video or this podcast is to talk about that. And the thing about it is, right now, a lot of businesses are shut down. They've said, only essentials, things like that, at least in my area. I am going to start filming car reviews again for a multitude of reasons. First of all, I am losing my mind slightly. Gonna be honest. I'm going a little crazy. I haven't filmed a car in... It's coming up on 2 months. It'll be 2 months in a week that I haven't filmed anything. And so I don't want to go, I don't want to lose my touch. But the second and big reason why I'm doing this is I'm actually filming at a dealership tomorrow. And the reason that that's important is because this dealership that I'm working with has been taking excruciating measures to disinfect, to clean, to work in a sanitary environment. It's a locally owned dealership, the dealership that I've been working with. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. It's been in most of my reviews. It's my most popular dealership to do reviews. They've been absolutely great. They have fun cars on the lot, great staff literally, they're like family now. They're really, really great people at this place. And I went online and they posted a whole video showing how they've been sanitizing cars. They have this big sanitizing gun. And I've also been driving by and I've been checking on cars. Just in the fact that I'll go on my night drives just to kind of get out of the house, to kind of not go insane. And I've been considering filming those, just kind of throwing up the GoPro and just doing late night thoughts. Because I definitely drive around and think a lot. But that's the point. So I've been going by this dealership and I've been looking at the cars and I've been kind of taking notice of that. And what I've noticed is that a lot of the cars haven't moved. They have stayed pretty stationary. And so the advantage of that is that no one has been in those cars in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And so the risk is rather low. And the third reason is the fact that what I do, honestly, is pretty low risk. Because what I'll do tomorrow is I will walk in and I will say, here are the stock numbers for the cars I'd like to drive. They would say, okay. Or if the car is unavailable or something, they would say no. But I'll go in, I'll get the keys, and I'll walk out. I don't talk to I've talked to the salesman, friendly, but I don't have to have a conversation with them. So I'm dealing with one person. I'll have a mask on, I'll have gloves on, hand sanitizer, the whole 9 yards. Once I have the keys, I'm off on my own. I don't deal with people at the dealership. I'm not dealing with customers. I'm in my own world for an hour for each car. So if I have 6 cars tomorrow, I'm not even going to go back to the dealership for 6 hours. And when I do, I always leave the keys with someone at the dealership, or sometimes there's a drop box that I'll put the keys into, and then they'll get it from that. It's going to be pretty contactless. for the most part. I getting the keys, I do have to have a staff member unlock the box so I can get the keys. But besides that, it's going to be pretty contactless. So I think I'm ready. I think, my community is at the point where I think it's going to be safe for me to do stuff like that. So, for the time being, there are going to be a lot of dealership reviews because they have that professional backing of these cars aren't used daily, so there's a lot less chance of infection or any form of germs being in the cars. That being said, I would love to get back to reviewing people's cars. My friend David has his, I believe, 81 or 83 Corolla wagon that he's been working on, that he got running and driving, and he's lowered it and put great rims on it. I want to drive that really bad. I really, really do. But he drives it all the time. And he works at a grocery store, and I just don't know if I'm ready to take that risk quite yet. So unfortunately, like the cool, unique, random cars probably won't be reviewed for a while. Thought I was going to sneeze. So unfortunately, those will have to wait, but those will still come in the future. But I think this is a way for me to sort of ease into filming reviews again. I really, truly miss it. I miss the content. I miss... when I do reviews, I really truly feel like I'm building towards something. Every review I feel like is slightly better than the last one in some shape or color or size, For instance, last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, I was still using red borders around the review, like thumbnail. Because when I first started my YouTube channel, I was like, oh, vlogs are going to have a yellow border. Reviews are going to have a red border. And then, what was blue? Blue was like how-tos or something. Had a blue border. Something like that. Anyway, that was my idea. So then you could go and see, you could just look at the channel and be like, oh, there's a new vlog because it has a yellow border. Someone pointed out to me last year, 2 years ago, that YouTube actually changed it so it'll show you, like, if you've already viewed a video, it has like a red bar at the bottom. And people were saying, oh, I thought I already viewed it because I saw the red. So, things like that change. I've always done that. If you've ever noticed, my reviews are always, except for the first one, but after the first two, they have always, always, always been published in chronological order. If I film 5 cars in one day, the one I filmed at 9 a.m. comes out first. The one I filmed at noon comes out second. The one I filmed at 2 p.m. comes out third. Always. I will never, ever, ever put up a video I won't put up a review in non-chronological order. I don't know why. I don't have OCD. I'm not claiming to have OCD. But that one thing, I will never post a review out of order. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Maybe I'm weird. No, I'm definitely weird. I know that. But you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's that. So yes, I am filming car reviews again. And I'm trying to be as safe as possible about it. I think, I don't know. I'm kind of going into this sort of not blind. I don't want to say blind. I'm going into this with open thoughts, and maybe I'll film tomorrow and it's not comfortable, and I'll go back to refraining from reviews again. But I have to try. And the Toyota dealer is cool with it. I'm being safe, being responsible, and that's the biggest thing. As long as, I'm taking safety. But I do think, like I mentioned last solo podcast, I do think that this is going to change the way I do reviews. I think I'm just always going to bring Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer when I film cars. It's not a bad idea. I'm not going to wear a mask while I'm filming because I'll be alone in the car, and that really wouldn't make too much sense. But I will be sanitizing and washing my hands, and I'll have the mask on when I'm at the Toyota dealer and things like that. So that is that. I know that was kind of a long-winded way to say that I'm filming car reviews again. Hey, but I just thought I'd share that and sort of get that out of the way. Other cool things. Well, first of all, it doesn't even feel real, but we did pass 25,000 subscribers on the channel. That's just absolutely insane to me. 25,000, that's a good marker. That is a very strong marker that I never envisioned. I never really envisioned getting this far or doing this much or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for sticking with this. I feel like shooting cars is always sort of changing. I always wonder what people tell their friends when they say, hey, I assume they just say either car reviews or rotary stuff, but I post some random stuff too. And I love that. I think some YouTube channels get too comfortable doing what they're doing. Even if they're building cool, crazy stuff, they sort of just become that guy that builds cool, crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's the nuance kind of goes away with that. And so I always want to kind of push the envelope. And I've been starting to get some positive feedback for that. I know I posted those ASMR videos and some people said, where's the suicide button, or whatever that comment was. I understand your confusion, but I really truly believe that if I'm not trying to create different genres of videos or different, if I'm not stretching what I can do on YouTube, then I think this channel is dead. And I don't want this channel to die. I really hope that this channel never dies. And so I always want to do different stuff. Speaking of different stuff, my videos were actually featured in 2 different YouTube channels in the last week. Throttle House, if you guys follow Throttle House, they made a video about cheap cars, I believe under $5,000, that are fun. And so they used video from my RX-8 video and my Infiniti G37, which was pretty fun. And Toyota MR2. So I had 3 features in there. And then Car Throttle, big page, Car Throttle, actually used some of my video of a Unos Cosmo and video. What else did I send them? Shoot, now I forgot. Oh, Subaru SVX. They did a 5 JDM cars that you kind of forgot about. So that was really, really cool. And the reason I bring both of those up is that both of those, actually Alex from Car Throttle reached out to me and DM'd me. It was very weird because I saw a DM from him and I had to like I was like scrolling through his page. I'm like, is this the real guy? But I saw the followers and it's the real guy. And Throttle House also reached out to me. Both of them reached out to me before and said, hey, we were wondering if we could use this footage. Yes, no, thoughts. And of course I said yes. I just sent him a Google Drive of my footage. If any of you guys if anyone listening to this, is doing a project or, they want to make their own informational video and want to use my footage, please reach out to me. I don't bite. I'm a nice guy. I didn't charge Throttle House or Car Throttle anything for it because I just, at a time like this, just spread the love. Maybe one day I'll offer a subscription to my stock footage. I've been thinking about that as maybe $2-3 a month. You can use all my stock footage because I have libraries of stock footage from all the cars I've reviewed and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool. I'll leave those in the description. Both of those videos were very, very cool. They did a great job. They made my shots look more professional than in my own even videos, which is absolutely cool to see. And really, really cool to talk to those guys. Like I said, the biggest thing for me was the fact that both of them actually reached out and they asked. They said, hey, this is what we'd like. We saw your video. We loved it. We were wondering if we could use part of it. And at that point, absolutely. I mean, you had the, not audacity, you had the, professionalism to ask. I said yes, deal done, great video, whatever. There is a big YouTube channel that used some of my footage that did not credit me, that did not ask, that they just pulled it. And that sucks. I won't say who, and I didn't do the copyright strike. I didn't go after them. It was whatever. But it's just, as a content creator, it's like, you can't shoot me an email. I feel like I leave my info pretty much out there. You could always comment or something like that. I try to read comments as much as possible. And so that's a bad feeling. So huge props to Car Throttle and Throttle House. Just the utmost professionalism and being cool in that way. So that was really cool. That was a cool little tip of the hat from recently. I think that about wraps it up. I know this is a decently short episode again. Again, I'm trying to just update you guys without making one of those cheesy channel updates, because I know I've been a victim of that in the past, and it ends up just me bargling on forever and ever and not really getting to a point, which is what I do on a podcast, is just bargle on and never get to a point. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk about Violet, blue car. Gas tank is done. Haven't really touched it since the last Rotary Life video, just because it has been pouring rain here. I mean, pouring rain. Really, really bad. And so the next logical step is to get the old gas tank out of Violet, and I can't do it in the rain. I just can't do it because the car's in the driveway. It's not in the garage. So hopefully sometime soon we'll get reworking on that, because I need to drive that car. Oh, my God. I'm having such RX-7 withdrawals. No progress on the daily. I have the car that I vaguely mentioned last episode sold. So I have my eyes set on a different car. Not saying manufacturer, not saying anything about it. I will not say anything more until the car is in my hands. But I am looking for a daily. And so I think I have something in mind, but we'll see. I mean, that's the thing, is I get myself hyped up. I find a car, perfect car, hyped up, then it sells before I can get to it. So I'm keeping my mouth shut this time. I think that's it. I hope you guys are staying safe. Like I said, I'm getting ready to review these cars tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a brave new world of content. I think it's going to be different from here on out. I really do. But hope you guys are staying safe. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment on here, DM me on Instagram at FBZack with a K, Z-A-C-K, or shooting_cars. That's the channel Instagram page. Yeah, hopefully I think I have a couple people lined up for a over-the-phone podcast, so hopefully you'll hear some other voices besides my own dumb voice in the coming weeks. But we're just living life, and hopefully all of this ends soon. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I don't really know how to end these things alone usually, so peace out, Girl Scout.